Today, we delve into a vital legal document, dissecting its structure and provisions to enhance our understanding of its operational mechanics. We begin with Section 1, titled Short Title, Extent, and Commencement. This section is essentially the gateway to the ordinance, naming it and defining its geographical reach and the date it takes effect. It sets the stage, informing us where and when the rules apply, establishing the framework for everything that follows. Moving on to Section 2, Definitions. This part serves as the glossary for the ordinance. Here, specific terms used throughout the document are clearly defined to avoid ambiguity and ensure uniform interpretation. This section is foundational, as the precise understanding of terms shapes how the subsequent provisions are applied. Section 3, Courts Empowered under the Ordinance, specifies which courts have the jurisdiction to enforce the rules laid out in the ordinance. It's akin to knowing which referee will be officiating a game. The authority of these courts is crucial for the enactment of justice under this particular legal framework. Next, Section 4 discusses conditional discharges, etc. This section outlines the circumstances under which a court can discharge a defendant conditionally. This means the defendant isn't punished immediately, but might face penalties if they do not adhere to certain conditions set by the court. Section 5, titled Power of Court to Make a Probation Order in Certain Cases, grants courts the authority to place an offender on probation rather than imposing a direct penalty. This approach focuses on rehabilitation over punishment, reflecting a more restorative approach to justice. In Section 6, we explore the order for payment of costs and compensation. This allows courts to order offenders to cover legal costs or pay compensation to victims. This section underscores the financial accountability aspect of legal consequences, aiming to reimburse the aggrieved parties and cover the costs incurred due to legal proceedings. Section 7 addresses the failure to observe conditions of the bond. If an individual fails to comply with conditions set by the court, this section outlines the repercussions, which might include the imposition of the originally suspended sentence. It highlights the importance of adhering to court orders and the consequences of non-compliance. Finally, Section 8, Powers of Court in Appeal and Revision, details the higher court's powers when reviewing cases from lower courts. This ensures a system of checks and balances within the judiciary, allowing for corrections of errors or reevaluations of decisions based on new evidence or legal interpretation.